Transportation and Logistics Systems Incorporated (TLSS) has been an intriguing player in the logistics and transportation industry. For years, this company has been working toward making an impact on the industry, albeit with a series of challenges. But what's really going on with TLSS right now? And why is it worth paying attention to? Let's dive into it. TLSS has been making strides in expanding its reach and solidifying its place in the market. One of the key moves was its acquisition of JFK Cartage and Freight Connections in 2022. These acquisitions contributed significantly to the company's revenue growth, showing a jump of about 40.9% from 2021 to 2022, bringing in $7.74 million in revenue compared to $5.495 million the year before. However, as is often the case with growing companies, the financials didn't align with the growth as they hoped. TLSS reported a net loss of $8.49 million for the same period, which demonstrated that even though they were making strides on the revenue side, profitability remained a distant challenge. This is an important detail, as it showcases the volatility and unpredictability of the business TLSS is in. Despite the challenges in 2022, TLSS's leadership has been working hard to turn things around. Led by CEO Sebastian Giordano, the company has been focused on improving its financial health. In the most recent reports, TLSS showed signs of progress in cutting down losses, reporting a net loss of $0.608 million in Q3 of 2024, a significant improvement from the previous year's $2.67 million. But that's not the end of the story. For the 9 months leading up to September 30, 2024, TLSS reported a net loss of $3.25 million, which, although an improvement compared to the previous year, still suggests that TLSS has a long road ahead in stabilizing its financials. This kind of situation isn't unusual in the logistics industry, where companies often face high operational costs and fierce competition, but it's something that investors need to keep in mind as they evaluate the company's potential. One of the key drivers for TLSS moving forward will be its ability to adapt to industry trends. The logistics and transportation sector has undergone significant changes in the last few years. The rise of e-commerce, for instance, has increased demand for last-mile delivery services, which puts pressure on companies like TLSS to be more efficient and tech-savvy in their operations. TLSS has made efforts to keep up with this by integrating more modern technology and improving the quality of its services, but whether these moves will be enough to guarantee long-term profitability is still uncertain. Moreover, TLSS is dealing with the effects of broader economic trends. Rising fuel costs, supply chain disruptions, and changing regulatory environments are all factors that can significantly impact the bottom line of any logistics company. TLSS, like many of its competitors, has had to navigate these challenges while trying to maintain its competitive edge. The company has also been exploring strategic options, including divesting non-core assets to focus on its primary business segments. Whether this strategy will pay off in the long run is something only time will tell. But TLSS isn't just focused on cutting costs and improving operations. They've also been looking to grow through strategic investments. The acquisitions of JFK Cartage and Freight Connections weren't just about increasing revenue. They were also aimed at broadening TLSS's reach and strengthening its overall position in the industry. These acquisitions allowed TLSS to tap into new markets and serve a more extensive customer base, giving it a stronger foundation for future growth. However, these moves come at a cost, and TLSS has to manage them carefully to avoid overextending itself financially. Another significant aspect of TLSS's journey has been its leadership. Under the direction of CEO Sebastian Giordano, the company has undergone some major changes. Giordano's leadership has been pivotal in navigating the company through rough financial waters and improving its operational efficiency. His experience in managing distressed companies has allowed TLSS to remain flexible and adjust to the company's needs. As of now, TLSS is working on restructuring its operations to reduce costs and streamline its business model. This restructuring is essential to the company's survival, as it helps ensure that TLSS remains agile in an increasingly competitive industry. TLSS also continues to emphasize its commitment to customer service and quality. In an industry that thrives on relationships and service delivery, TLSS has focused on improving customer satisfaction, which in turn helps build customer loyalty. However, improving quality comes at a price, and TLSS must continue to balance the need for excellent customer service with its financial constraints. The company has made progress in improving its operational processes, but it needs to scale these improvements quickly to stay competitive in the ever-changing logistics landscape. As of the most recent data available, TLSS's total assets were valued at approximately $2.16 million as of March 31, 2023. While the company's financial situation has been under strain, the assets still indicate that TLSS has some valuable resources at its disposal. The real question is whether these assets can be leveraged effectively to create long-term value for shareholders. This will largely depend on the company's ability to adapt, restructure, and continue navigating the challenges of the logistics industry. Looking ahead, the future of TLSS depends on a number of factors. For one, the company will need to continue improving its financial performance by cutting down on operational losses and finding new ways to generate revenue. In addition, TLSS will need to stay on top of industry trends, adapting its business model to the changing needs of customers and the evolving logistics landscape. That means staying ahead of competitors, improving operational efficiency, and integrating new technologies to make their services more cost-effective and faster. If TLSS can manage these aspects well, there's certainly potential for it to recover and grow, even in an industry that's often difficult to navigate. In conclusion, TLSS's story is one of challenges and opportunities. The company has faced significant obstacles in terms of financial health, but it has also demonstrated a commitment to improving its situation. Through acquisitions, restructuring, and a focus on operational efficiency, TLSS is working hard to position itself for future growth. However, it's clear that the company still has much work to do if it wants to emerge from its financial struggles and truly succeed in the long term. For investors, TLSS represents a risky yet potentially rewarding opportunity if the company can overcome its current challenges and leverage its strengths moving forward. Only time will tell, but for now, TLSS remains a company to watch closely in the ever-competitive logistics and transportation industry.